אינכם עוברים כרגע לשידור. לסיום, נתקו את הקו.
Shalom Aleichem. It's been a long time. Hope we get back to the normal Shiur now. But, as the Busha said, you can be sure that I'm not sure. So we'll have to give betuchim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Cholech the Utzen is here. I was thinking what we're going to speak about tonight. Actually, the whole words of the Busha was the Pri Uretz from Mendel-Vitebske. Mendel-Vitebske was a Talmud from the Mגיד from Mamāzriטש. Which the Torahs from Mגיד from Mamāzriטש actually, the Mendel-Vitebske gave on further until he went to Eretz Yisrael, and then the other Talmidim took over. I was thinking about 3 stories of the Mגיד from Mamāzriטש. Sounds funny, but I was in a construction company in the US. And I came in on the wall, I saw that they do three things: construction, development, and management. And it actually hit me that is actually the derech. Construction is a builder, so whatever you can do, you can fix. Take an old lot, an old building, you add on from this side, you change the pipes. You can't change the whole concept. Development is actually you throw down the whole concept and you start a new project altogether. The difference if it's construction or it's development is in the management. Something that you planned with the architecture and have the whole ma'alach. So then you have to stick to the new plan, but it's much more broader, it's much more new ideas. It's not stuck in old ideas. Construction, you can start right away. You don't have to wait. You put on, take off a wall here, put up a wall there, change the electricity, half a building can work, the other half can be done, etc. And that is actually the whole derech I was thinking about. But actually, until you come to the Busha, we're all in construction, trying to do the best that we can, as we are. And Busha teaches us to do development. Develop means actually change the whole system, your whole attitude, how you go to things. And you start every day, every second from a new Pischidishah Tzedek. And you're actually in development all the time. And that's the way you manage your life. You manage your life. And you're ready to sudden changes. And you're ready to do development in all massive. As the Busha says, you can get the age of 70. And all you have in the whole work was one breath that you gave to the B'nai Shleilim. This is actually 2 neshumas which talks about Shleimus HaTorah and Shleimus Havaya. The ones of Shleimus HaTorah don't do any drastic changes and go on the path. As Fasamis calls it Mashiach v'Yosef. Everything was b'Shleimus. There's Mashiach ben David, which is Yehida, We find both now in the Parsha that Klal Yisrael starts out with Bnei Yisrael, Bnei Yankov, with B'tus Shlemu. We don't call us Bnei Avraham, we don't call us Bnei Yitzchak. Actually, we call us Bnei Yisrael, which we'll explain soon. And in this Parsha, it spreads to two aspects, two ways in Avodas Hashem. The Avodas Hashem of Yosef, and Avodas Hashem of Yehuda. Nobody had an easy life here. That Shabusha says, Bikish Yankov Leisha B'Shalva, Kufetzula Oigzesh Yosef. Shabusha explains that in almost 600 from the Chavisa, explains that actually what did Yankov Avinu Shalva? Says Shabusha, just like every father, he does everything in the world, works day and night. After I suffered, I don't want my children to suffer. I wanted to have it easy in life. I should put away for them. When it comes their time, they wouldn't work so hard. So the same thing, Yankov Avinu wanted to put away something for the children, that they shouldn't work so hard. But Kadosh Baruch Hu told them, no, don't work that way. Because the shalva that we're talking about, there can be shalva in olam hazeh, but there's also shalva in olam haba. And the shalva in olam haba is the question, how much shalva you had in olam hazeh. That means how much you found yourself olam haba here in the olam hazeh. How much you were ready. What is olam haba? Olam haba is actually, you don't see anything, only the Rebbeinu Shlem. Olam hazeh, you don't see with your eyes anything, only the olam hazeh. But the whole word is that Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us two tools here. For one, he gave us the Torah, which is mostly olam haba, but it's clothes, it's levushim, as you call it, olam hazeh, and ways of materialism. But he also gave us the world, which is kula olam hazeh, and I want you to find in everything the Rebbeinu Shlem. So one's from olam haTorah, they indulge themselves into Torah, don't have an easy time. Pas b'melech Torah, loichem mayim b'mishra tishta. Yosef HaTzadik went through what he went through, but he became Malchus, and everything has to go according to. And his mamshach, his later Shaul, comes out of Binyamin, Yosef Binyamin are one, Yosef li Hashem ben Acha, and Shaul was Meshich me'lamalo, he was complete. And when did he fall? The minute Kadosh Baruch Hu told him, Lo yishuma to the Kol Hashem. That's actually by the Machuna that he was supposed to do, Goy, kill the king of Agoy of Amalek. Instead of being Moida, he said, Shumati Kol Hashem. And then he lost his Melicha. Now that he lost his Melicha, he lost his son too, which Yonason, which is called the Avi Ben, which will explain that, I hope, at the end. If not, someone will have to remind me. I'll write it down, maybe. Avi Ben. And we also have David Melech Yisrael, as the Sfasema says, that nowadays we come to the Ge'ilah with such a dark days, the Messiahs are here. The span of savlanut, of patience, is not there. And people are on their own all the time. There is no Yisher Adas. And the Yisher Adas is the only one that can give him the Das. This is a Rebbeinu Shlem. As I always go, what Rusha said, that the period says, that actually a person cannot take anything in this world, even the nisyonis. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to help him, and even learning and davening. So the people ask him, Pasha Shoftim. So it says, Hakel b'dei Shamayim chutz mi Yireh Shamayim. So if Yireh Shamayim is we have to do, so how does the people say, the Rebbeinu Shalom, even that the Rebbeinu Shalom gives us. If we have Yireh Shamayim, if we have a minna, we don't have a minna. The Busha answered, Gornisht. There we asked the Busha, what does Gornisht mean? It says Yireh Shamayim, Hakel b'dei Shamayim. You don't do anything. You only do one thing, is Yireh Shamayim. And the Prius answers, Esayisa de Lesata. So what's that? And Rashi says again, Gornisht, and explained. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to give you the minna, he has to give you the yireh, he has to give you the shmir, he has to give you the shefa. All he wants from you is one thing. Decide that he has to give it to you, and you cannot take it by yourself if he doesn't give it to you. That's called a Sarisa de Lesata, that you have to wake up, do an awakening from the bottom to the top. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give you to the top, from up there down. But as long as we find in Rashi, Parshas Bereshis, the whole world was there, everything was ready, but as long as long as the Udam didn't ask for it, no rain came down. That means every hashpur we have to ask for it. And now the question starts: why do we indulge ourselves? Where do we start off? We start off, that was the Talmid of Baal Shem Tov, Mגיד, all the time. If you start off with the shiflers, and there you hear the Rebbeinu, you start off with the goblets, you get to the shiflers. Tonight we're going to speak about the people that's called Hashufel Be'emes, that he said that you have to start off with the shiflers, which that itself you can't take by yourself, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu yourself gives it to you. That's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed for Yankiv, that if you want to get somewhere and have the shalva means Lila Hashem ezu salika natsach b'im nafshi, that I'm sure, that I'm not sure, so I have bituchen. There's nothing surer than that, but at first I have to be sure that I'm not sure. Then that's my kuvas of Yosef. Yosef and Yehuda this week, the whole parsha starts actually when a person sees how much he wasn't able to do it, and he got through. So he sees the siyata d'shmaya, he sees what his main task is. One story is that the Talmud, the Mגיד had two Talmidim, Shmelke from Nicholasburg, and his brother Aflua at Pinchas. And they were sitting there by the Mגיד, trying to see what's happening here. And they didn't see nothing special, but they knew something's happening. So they went to Reb Zisha and told him, I see you're all into it. Reb Zisha, every time the Mגיד used to talk, he used to lose it, and so there must be something that we don't understand. So maybe you give us a tip. So Reb Zisha told him, well, there's a Gemara that says, in Masech Moed Kuten, Sifsei Kohen Yishmeri Das, Torah Yevakshim Epi, Malach Hashem Tzivukasi. Im Arav Doime Le Malach Hashem Tzivukais, Torah Yevakshim Epi. Im Lav Al Yevakshim. So Reb Zisha said, I don't understand. How could you know who a malach is? I'm ready to go to a malach, but I never saw a malach. So how you told me to go to a malach? They didn't have what to answer. Then Reb Zisha told them, I'll tell you. Pshat in the Gemara. Marav doime le malach. If the Talmud looks at the Rav like a malach, That means I understand that I don't understand. I understand that I cannot reach what a malach means. If that's the way I look at my Rebbe, as much as I understand that I don't understand the deepness of it, but there must be much more in it than what he's saying, then you can be masig what the Rebbe says, Tori Yavakshim Epi, because you have to take away what you understand in order to make place for the new understanding. In love, if you want to try to understand all the way through, Al Yavakshi, that's just a waste of your time. Which actually, I think we're almost a year, if I don't remember when we started. But the mahalach here from Abdullah is actually giving you a mahalach of in a minute how it works, how do you go out. You should know there's sibbis that keep you back. You have to be sure that you're not sure. You have to be ba'achdis, always accept things, hachnua, shiflis, what we're talking this whole year. But as much as I understand it, the minute I come to that crossroad, I have to know that I don't understand it, because every one of us has his point where he has to give the connection to Rebbeinu Shalom, which no one till today gave the connection. As the Busha calls it, I went through what I went through, and I was open with you. I told you everything that I wasn't hiding anything from you, and all I'm telling you, this is the mahalach. I was explaining it these days. Every electric pole here in Israel, there's a fence up there and a small yellow sign. Don't climb up because it's dangerous. In life, you can get electric. So there are people that go up there and they don't get electrified. The same thing is that Busha gave him a halach, he says, which if you don't want to get electrified, you want to don't burn yourself, just do it the right way, connect as much as connection as the electric company gives you, but don't try to connect more than you get. That's actually what Busha says, where a person loses it. When he tries to go against the system and try to get things which he calls gava, which gava works by a person, either he goes into efkeres and does stupid things, or Yeush, try to move me. That's also a chiddush from Busha, which is gava. But in order to go through that, it's a very nice concept. But once you get there, I have to decide, Arav doim lemalach Hashem tzarukos. Not that I look at it as my malach, because I never saw a malach. But just like I don't understand what a malach means, understand that Busha said, don't rely on me, because I'm nothing, I'm not worth anything. But all I know, I got here a mahalach, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to me, and I'm giving it over to you. And the more serious you're going to take it, the more you're going to be matzliach with this. The second story, this is from the Mגיד from Mama'azriטש, that it brings down that that's a very small Torah. The Degel Machna Ephraim brings it. Someone asked the Mגיד the question, where do we take a slahavas to Hashem Yisborach? We know the whole Tanig that Kadosh Baruch Hu has from us, Yisur Mefamasim L'Avin Sheb'Shamayim, is that enthusiasm that you have in avodas Hashem. Where do we take that enthusiasm to avodas Hashem? And the Mגיד answered, Because usually one of the questions is in this whole derech, if a person is all the time in shiftless and sees himself nothing, it actually drags him down to atzlis. So the Mגיד said, well, if a person needs fire, and he's looking for fire, so Mamāzriṭš said, the Mגיד says, look, just like a woman tells for a friend, do you have any fire? She shouldn't have matches. So his friend tells us, you're asking for fire? Fire you find in the ashes. The Mגיד said, you're hearing what the woman says? Fire you only find in the ashes. Get through your shiftless, your humbleness, your vulnerability. That brings you to Islahavis, as the Rosh explains it. Every time you see yourself with your powerless, with your helplessness, it's actually, you have to ask a question. So who's talking now? Who's breathing? Who's understanding? Whatever is working, who is that? That means the only way I can reach him and I don't understand him is dafka when we have this mixed messages. From one side, and from the other side, I can't do anything. So then, I know Toivli ki inesi. I know that for once that HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed me my vulnerability, that I should live with you. And like Chikech, as we said before, Malach Hashem Tzaruk, because I don't understand. That only happens when a person turns into ashes in a certain place, if it's in business, if it's children, if it's at home, whatever it is, God forbid. No one should go through this, which actually Rosh gave also a mahalach in this. You don't have to come there. Actually, you have enough chetusin egdis summit, which is the Yetzirah, machleven egdis summit, which are the pains in the past. Amela shvis Hashem and egdis summit, you can work on it all the time. And if it comes, God forbid, it's actually an opportunity which HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you, that you should chap yourself to get on the right path. The third Torah, I hope we'll wrap it all together, is that the Mגיד once said Torah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Gemara says, Oma HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kedushin, Lamed Amud Bayis, Berusi Yitzhahara, Berusi Loi Torah Tavlan. מה זה ברוסי לא יתראה לטבלן? למי? ליצהרה ברati. For I created the Yetzirah, but I added another creation, Torah, which is a tavlin. So you asked, I don't understand. That means the food is the Torah, and the tavlinim the food is the Yetzirah, and the Torah is the tavlinim. How could that be? Usually a tavlin is something that makes the food better. And the tavlin is only for a taste. You add on all kinds of tastes. So how is it that the Torah is the tavlin to the Yetzirah, which is mashma, the Yetzirah is the main, and the Torah is only spices, only a tavlin? The Mגיד says that's the truth. Kadosh Baruch Hu created the world that we should do the avodas Hashem with his lahavis. We should be in a very big enthusiasm and mesiras nefesh. We should always be on the ball. We should always be ready to fight. And cheshik, where does a person get this cheshik? He gets it from the Yetzirah. And this Yetzirah is like something cold. Yetzirah is something warm. Yetzirah is more sechel, understanding. Yetzirah is emotions. Or the Mauritian, when he wanted to eat from the Erz Hadas, he understood that you can't eat it. But the emotions didn't let him. There's something pushing him. That is the Yetzirah. And all along a person can see, when the emotions come around, he cannot control them. But says the Rebbe, there is a way you can control it. Berusi Torah Tavlin. I need the cheshik and the slavis from the Yetzirah, just like he burns you and brings you enthusiasm and you're ready to give away everything for that what the Yetzirah tells you. Use it for good things. Rusha says we have to learn from the Yetzirah, the way he doesn't stop and he falls through all day and he keeps on trying till the last breath. Rusha said by Rebbe Akiva, the Sultan came along and told him, Rebbe Akiva, listen, just agree there's a avodah zarah in this world, and I'll take care of you there, and we'll get you into Gan Eden. Yotzen ishmusa be'echad, and he said, nothing doing. That means he keeps on his fight all the time, and we have to learn from him that actually what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants it, but how does a person get there? So you actually have to know what is the Torah here for. Korech HaTorah is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you the strength. He teaches you the awareness. The Torah gives you a connection to the Rebbeinu Shalom more than Olam Hazeh. That you should have the Korech to connect yourself to the Rebbeinu Shalom. And once you're connected to the Rebbeinu Shalom, then automatically the whole Korech from the Yetzirah is also from the Rebbeinu Shalom, is Malach Ra Yana Bal Korech Omen. So the person comes on Friday night. We say Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. But if we are the ones that know already, I said that when it comes to Friday night, we all have something, always expectations that are not there. Child is not sitting the place, not ready at the table, whatever it is, they're still davening. You get all nervous. So I always say Friday night is this man. After you ate the challah and the wine and the fish, you just forgot about everything. That means Friday night is this man that anything that disturbs you, the Shabbos gives you the koach, ki'ilu kol malachtach u'asir, as if everything is in place. I have here things that are not in place. So we call them Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShulim, Malachei HaShulis. Malachei HaShulis, Gens, Melech Malchei HaMluchim. Just if you don't understand the Malach, you should know that you don't understand that this is Rebbeinu Shalom. Then that is actually the Koach from Shabbos. What I thought all week long that I'm doing, and I'm the person, we come Friday night. So actually that is the time that the whole work of all week long comes when Friday night we were talking about to be. Then is the time that a person can connect himself to the Rebbeinu Shalom. So now we're coming back where we started off. We were talking at the beginning about construction, development, and management. We're talking about Shaul HaMelech, that he passed away, and his son also. The two places where Shaul HaMelech missed it out was by Noiv, Ir HaKahanim, he killed him out. And Oiv, he asked the Oiv a certain question, which actually, tzaddikim say, Noiv and Oiv is also Av Iben. A person is always in a cycle. That means the learning time never ends. In order to be a Av, I must have a Ben, I must have a son. And a son, in order to be a son, he must have a father. But the same father and son is also in myself. When I suddenly see myself as helpless, as powerless, I see myself as a Ben. I shouldn't see myself as an Eved, as lost. I have to see myself as a Ben. And I can get closer to the Father when I'm lost. But once I find myself as an Av, I shouldn't forget that I'm not the Av. There's the Ovi v'imi azuvini v'Hashem yasfaini. When Shaul lost it, actually, when he saw himself that he's not an Av, he's a Ben, so actually he lost the whole control on Av and Ben. That's why Shaul is Shaul's not here, and and the sun is not here. So actually, a person that goes through this, that means the days that we're now here, as the Chasema says, we need for the Geira, we need Mashiach and David. Mashiach ben David is, we find this week something incredible. Yehida is Vayered Yehida. The whole Talich of Yehida doesn't start without Vayered. And the whole story of Tzadka Memeni, if he wouldn't have the patience, we would lose Mashiach too. That was David HaMelech, whatever he went through. If he would lose his patience, we wouldn't have no David HaMelech either. Their whole avoid is actually that Leslie, Migamei, Klum, they don't have anything. But Leis Asapunim and I. Wherever I am, my Father is with me. What does he want? Less machshuva tfisamei. We have to know it's Malach Hashem Tzavukas. We don't understand. That not understanding, that gives me the connection. There was a Talmud from a bush who didn't feel good, and he was all in hospital, and he had very much pain. And he asked the bush, "What is this pain?" So the bush told him, "That's chasudim from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you should see him." "Yes, but I have terrible pain." So Moshe said, "That is chasudim gedolim. That is more mercy. You should see even more every breath. You should see him." So the Yankov Avini were called Bnei Yisrael. So Yankov Avini last week was the main point that Vayevusa Yankov Levadoi, and the Medrash says, "V'nizgav Hashem Levada b'yoymahi." The Busha says always when a person, something doesn't go the way he wants it to go, the first thing is he starts blaming the surrounding, what was before, what will be, and etc. And if it doesn't work, he starts blaming himself. I'm not going to get there, I'm not worth it, etc. As long as a person is busy blaming, he cannot turn into the mere what we're talking about. A person, because Baruch Hu created this world, diamond, sameach, chai, and medaber. The medaber is the human being. The sameach are the fruits that, the chai are the animals. At sameach, once it turns into a diamond, it can't give any growth anymore. A chai, once it vanishes, it can't have any life anymore. The only one that has life all the time is the doimim itself, the mountains, v'atam achayas kilam, the uretz HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives the chiyas all the time. And also the human being, there are times that I can be a medaber, I can talk, I can accelerate, I can have liveness. And the times that I come into a matzav, that the Melech called it, ein li yadayim v'raglayim, kegoylem mitl nagdechu. I become like a goylem, that means a doimim. Lo shavisi b'demamti. The only way that I can keep myself is, the Baruch Hu wants me to turn down right now to a doimim, which is lechu demiyot tehilu, the biggest shvach, that we're able to do biggest things and connections. But the biggest shvach, the biggest praise that we can give to the Baruch Hu is to recognize that he does it. When does a person give that biggest shvach? When I have to turn into a doimim that I don't understand. And only when I'm in ashes, I get turned on the most to the Baruch Hu, which nothing else can give it to me. And only the Torah, which I understand that I don't understand the Torah, then the Torah can be a tavlin, which that actually prepared also Yosef and also Yehida to the journey. So that is, you have to know, this is actually the whole derech. A person can be busy construction all his life, the neshamas that cannot go through development, because Baruch Hu lets them go through Busha. You brought all types of people to Busha, and Busha told him just let him go on with his shleimus, and he's doing fine. He doesn't need to hear what I'm saying. But the people that come to hear me, they must go through a development. Development means all the concepts that you built yourself, which are concepts and the ones of the shlemus, but we're not all the same. We don't have all the tasks. And Klal Yisrael itself is split up to two mahalchim. So we have to go through a development, and actually that's the way the management goes. The ones that are in construction, they can construct, but there's some place that they're stuck, they can't do more than that. Because they're trying to understand it, they don't understand. But they never went into a place of keep on going without understanding. The ones that are doing development are as managing me'al teva. And when they get ashpus me'al teva, because Baruch should help in this chiz, this door, which is a lot of yeshirs. Every time we keep quiet, every time we surrender ourselves, every time we do something more than we can. There was a gabba in Tel Aviv, Shul Yavni used to say, we're giving you more than our koiches. And we need from you, you should give us out. We don't need more than your koiches, it's enough your koiches. That is Chanukah, because Baruch gives us the koich that we should be in Lamat Masur Tfuchim. We have no idea. But you have no idea, that's when HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes down all the way down to you. We were ma'atim, we were chalushim. We had no way how to understand how it works, but that's brought down the Ner Chanukah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help next week too. We should be here together a lot of years. And nachas, nachuvas hadas, natzlucha. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Rebbe. It was great hearing the Rebbe again.
Again, I don't hear you so good. I don't hear you. What are you saying?
I said, thank you very much, Rebbe. It was very good to finally hear the Rebbe again in the Shiur. It's been a long time. I missed it.
No, gesundheit. We're always here to hear you. Thank you. It's a good for us that you're here with us together. Culture. Yes,
Recording stopped.